So just to recap then, Helen, what we're doing it for, we're exploring, positive development in children through practicing BJJ.
Yes.
We're sort of comparing it to like different sports as well, like you wouldn't normally get from like rugby, like say, or football.
Yeah.
And what this sort of brings.
Yeah.
How long has Zach been training?
I think we started, was it about May? When it was like post lockdown when you sort of started face to face here.
Oh right, yeah, probably late April, early May.
Yeah, April, May last year. And then because we saw it advertised during lockdown. I was looking for something for him to do that was new, so
okay.
Yeah.
And since joining, have you noticed any sort of developments in his confidence? It can be on the mats, it can be off the mats at home.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, so obviously you can't not talk about the pandemic, I think, but he was year one when the first lockdown happened, and then it was towards the end of year two, so 6, I think, when pretty much everything stopped again, and that was when he started jiu-jitsu. So when I think the beginning of year one, he's quite shy and quite clingy to me and always has been. And so wouldn't go into school without holding the teacher's hand. He was the only one that she had to kind of hold his hand and take him in. And then obviously January came and we had the lockdown, and I just thought, oh my God, it's just going to go backwards. I'm a GP and my husband's a doctor as well. So he was in school a little bit, and I did sort of half the homeschooling. And actually, I think being in school, I was so grateful. And I know everyone else didn't have that, because otherwise I was worried, how would we ever get him back in again without being, stuck to me?
Yeah.
And the only things we'd tried just before lockdown was swimming and street dance, because it was the only thing he actually fancied doing. And but it was so hard to get him in the pool without clinging on to my husband, or into the lesson. Again, the teacher used to have take him off me, and he really enjoyed it once he was there, but he didn't he was just so shy and wanted to stay with me or my husband. So after lockdown, I was really worried. I was like, right, we need to, because dancing didn't open up really for another 6 months after you guys did. And so I just couldn't believe it when he walked in. I think he really wanted to do it, and he just walked in without looking back. And I thought, okay, right, so that's a bit of a change. And I think the class was quite small at the time when we came back. And but I think he really wanted to do it. So I was really impressed. And I think just the fact that, I don't know, you don't get singled out at all. You're working in pairs and not kind of having to do anything in front of anybody. I think at dancing, they would have to present what they've done. So he hated that. He'd get so upset. And, but so his confidence now, just running in and showing me what he's doing at home. And it's been such a difference in him, in terms of the fact that he listens really well here. And I think he does at school, but it's something his teacher will say, we just have to we can't get his attention. It's quite a few times before he'll listen. But I mean, I don't know what Mike feels, but I think he listens really well and is actually quite really engaged.
Personally, I'd agree with that, because I've seen him as well, and I've also seen him develop. But his attitude has never been a problem at all.
No.
His skills, his ability as he's come has improved. Yeah, he's second to none now.
Yeah.
He really is good. But his attitude for me, he was always.
It was never a problem. Yeah. That's it. But I just think in terms of Zach's shyness, which is always his big thing, and it's obviously he's got older anyway, and I just worried that the pandemic was going to put him back. But I think coming here. And we started 1 day a week to begin with, and then doing 2 days a week. I feel like he's a different little boy. I'm really proud of him.
Oh,
he
brilliant.
really enjoys it. It's a very long answer.
no, it's brilliant that. So that's, what about other life skills? Say perseverance or resilience maybe, because they're put in quite uncomfortable situations here on the mat. They've got to kind of learn to be comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I think relates quite well into real life.
Yeah.
Have you noticed any sort of like, I mean, because he comes quite often as well, doesn't he? So
he does 2 days a week. I think, well, that's the thing. I didn't know how he was going to be about when we went up to 2 days a week. Like we really do have to drag him swimming. I think we're both a bit like, you need to learn to swim in terms of for safety. But there are other things that he just, we have to kind of drag him. But here, I think, and that's the thing, I think perseverance and coming back. And then he comes with a friend, but I don't think his friend comes as much. So I think it's nice that he can, his confidence to sort of get on with other people.
Yeah.
And definitely in terms like at school and thing, when they do things like little shows and performing, and like he used to hate doing that kind of thing, but the more we sort of practice, he seems to be happier to sort of practice things now. What is it they call it, like the fixed or growth mindset, isn't it? Like I don't know if you guys have talked about that here as well, but that thing of like actually just keep trying, just because you can't do it, Zach,
right,
keep trying. And I do think this class has helped with that as well. Like you're not going to be able to do this. You've got to keep practicing. So definitely.
So I mean, there are like certain, I suppose, philosophical, if you like, undertones with the training. Like we have the word of the week, don't we?
Yeah.
Sort of like disciplines this week. I think we've had perseverance, we've had community, inspiration, and we sort of try and explain what those things are to the kids and why they're important.
Yeah.
I think you don't really get that from other sports.
No, I don't think so. And I think that thing, having a little, like having time to listen to that as well. I haven't seen that in other sports, sort of, especially talking about things like discipline and community as well. Like I think, the other things, what else has he done? He used to do like rugby tops and thing, and it was just, a free fall run around. He loved it. Yeah. But to actually, and I think that's really important here as well. Like actually, I was so pleased when Jiu-Jitsu opened locally in Ramsay, because my brother started doing it in his 30s, and my niece has done it since she was about 4. So when he started advertising, I was like, I'd really like to do that. Brilliant. And I think that's the thing. I think sort of being so close to where we live and had like little events and the fireworks and stuff like that, just to be part of the community too. That's, to feel like part of something is really nice for him as well.
Brilliant. Just the last one then, I suppose. Self-regulation, or sort of like emotional self-regulation and stuff. Have you noticed like he's become calmer in any sense, or?
He tends not to be a calm little thing at home, to be honest. But that's what I mean, sort of here, focusing and listening. And he comes out kind of, he's ready to chill when he gets home and watch TV. Whereas other nights, if he does like piano and thing, when he gets home, he's just, runs riot. And he is quite hyperactive at home. I think all children are when they get home, they need to like let off steam. So it's really nice for him to be able to come here and physically let off steam. And I think he's become more like aware of his body too, like much more aware of like physically. I mean, we're both doctors anyway, but he's like asking loads of questions about different muscles and what they do, and just seems much more coordinated. It's like the thing I've noticed is he started like dancing loads at home and doing almost like trying to do things like backflips and stuff. And I just thought, never have been able to do that. But now he seems to be able to know how to fall and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's very important. And I suppose we do touch on like the anatomy and stuff here quite a lot. And for a child to be in tune with that, I think that helps a lot.
But emotional regulation, it's something we try and talk about a lot at home, because he tends to feel like he goes from 0 to 100 quite quickly in time. He's got a real temper, and we're trying to work on that a lot at home. Like, it's okay to be angry, but you can't hit, you can't do things like that. And I think jiu-jitsu and learning what to do with his body is hopefully going to help.
It's a nice outlet for that. Yeah, perfect. Is there anything that I haven't touched upon that you can think of? Or?
I don't think so. Yeah, just confidence mainly, definitely. And I hope he wants to continue, because it's the only thing we don't put any pressure on him to come, but he loves it. So.
Perfect.